गुड मॉर्निंग स्टूडेंट, माई सेल्फ मनोज चोटिया फ्रॉम रघुनाथ विद्यालय रतनगढ़। आज हम एक नया चैप्टर स्टार्ट करेंगे। उससे पहले मैं आपको थोड़ा सा सिलेबस के बारे में जानकारी दे देता हूं कि कितना अपना सिलेबस हो गया है और कितना बचा हुआ है, कितना अपने को करना है, कौन सी यूनिट को अपने थोड़ा ज्यादा एम्फेसिस देना है और कौन सी यूनिट को कम एम्फेसिस देना है। वैसे तो सारे को एम्फेसिस देना है, लेकिन जिन पर कम एम्फेसिस नहीं देना यानी ज्यादा एम्फेसिस देना, उनकी अपन बात कर लेते हैं कितना अपना सिलेबस हो गया है। देखिए अपने सिलेबस को our syllabus is divided into 10 units. The first unit in which there are 4 lessons and we completed 3 lessons and they are of 4 marks. So you have to remember them because it is completed by us. Second unit is plant physiology first and plant physiology first जो ये यूनिट है ये 9 नंबर की है, इसलिए आपको इसको विशेष रूप से ध्यान रखना है, ज्यादा अंक की है। And only 4 lessons are in it. 1 lesson is deducted by the board. Lesson number 5 is removed from our syllabus. Now physiology second means the third unit of our syllabus, and it has 4 lessons, but 1 lesson is removed by board, so it has only 3 lessons, and 3 lessons are of 5 marks, and that are we studied. Fourth unit, biotechnology. Biotechnology is important unit because it has only 2 lessons. It has 3 lessons, but 1 lesson is removed by board and only 2 lessons remains, and they are very small lesson and easy lesson and mathematical lesson. यानी इनमें पूरे के पूरे अंक आप ला सकते हैं, and 2 lessons are of 5 mark. Now fifth unit जो अपन ने अभी पढ़ी नहीं है, फिफ्थ यूनिट में 4 लेसन थे, 4 लेसन में से 2 लेसन जो है वो रिमूव कर दिए गए। वी हैव ओनली 2 लेसन एंड दे आर टू इजी। इस अपने पूरे सिलेबस में सबसे इजी कोई यूनिट है तो वो ये यूनिट नंबर 5th एंड यूनिट नंबर 10th है। ठीक है, उसके बाद में अपन बात करते हैं यूनिट 6 की, ह्यूमन फिजियोलॉजी। नाउ आवर जूलॉजी इज स्टार्टेड। ह्यूमन फिजियोलॉजी में 5 लेसन थे, 1 लेसन रिमूव कर दिया गया, 4 लेसन बचे हैं, और ये 4 लेसन जो है वो 7 मार्क्स थे। रिमूव कौन सा किया गया है? जो अपन ने पढ़ लिया था, इंटेगुमेंट्री सिस्टम ऑफ ह्यूमन। उसके बाद में देखिए सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट यूनिट अपने सिलेबस की, सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट यूनिट है ह्यूमन फिजियोलॉजी सेकंड। हाउ इट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट? बिकॉज इट हैज ओनली 2 लेसन, मीन्स it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lessons, but 3 lessons are removed by board and only 2 lessons remains. First, reproductive system of human which we can study, and second, chemical coordination in human which we study today. Only there is only 2 lessons and mark are 7. Okay, so it is a very important unit. 1 लेसन इसका अपन पढ़ चुके हैं ह्यूमन रिप्रोडक्टिव सिस्टम, 1 लेसन रहा है केमिकल कोऑर्डिनेशन इन ह्यूमन जिसको अपन आज स्टार्ट कर रहे हैं। उसके बाद में 8th यूनिट जो है ह्यूमन एम्ब्रियोलॉजी विच वी कंप्लीटेड एंड नथिंग इज रिमूव्ड इन दिस यूनिट एंड दिस यूनिट इज ऑफ 5 मार्क्स। एंड 9th यूनिट विच वी कंप्लीटेड, इट हैज 3 लेसन बट 1 लेसन इज रिमूव्ड बाय बोर्ड, genetics and genomics, and it has also of 5 marks. And mutation chapter is removed, so you have learned only 2 chapter in this unit: the rule of Mendel or inheritance of Mendel and the abbreviation in chromosome of human. Only 2 lesson and of 5 marks. And the last unit is human welfare and health. It has 5 lessons, but 3 lessons are removed by board. So as well as this is last unit of zoology and last unit of botany. They are too easy to learn and only 1 mark questions are coming from these 2 units. 3 lessons are removed from board and only 2 lessons, immune system and major or minor disease in human. Only 2 lessons are remains. So we have to completed our syllabus till December, and only 28 lessons. Among them only 8 lessons are remains to study us. So whenever we give 3 days to one lesson. Then in December we completed our syllabus. Now we are starting our first chapter of this unit, or today's topic, chemical coordination in human. Students, one chapter which is removed from our syllabus, that is human nervous system. So you have to know our body is controlled or it make homeostatic by two process. First is chemical, first is brain and second is chemical. Means whenever we adjust from our external environment to internal environment, that condition is called homeostasis. What called? Homeostasis. So what is homeostasis? With environment is required by human to complete various biochemical activities, or we can say we adjust from outer environment to inner environment, that is called homeostatic, and it is controlled or coordinated by two system, means human nervous system and by the chemical system. So that is called neuroendocrinology. Remember, ये जितने भी वर्ड्स मैंने बोर्ड पे लिखे हैं उन सब में अपना एक एक नंबर का प्रश्न बनता है, ठीक है। तो यही प्रश्न आ गया कि न्यूरो एंडोक्राइनोलॉजी किसे कहते हैं, व्हाट इज न्यूरो एंडोक्राइनोलॉजी। देन द कंबाइंड स्टडी ऑफ बोथ नर्वस सिस्टम एंड एंडोक्राइन सिस्टम, नर्वस सिस्टम एंड एंडोक्राइन सिस्टम इज कॉल्ड न्यूरो एंडोक्राइनोलॉजी। फर्स्ट nervous system which is removed from our syllabus. So the nervous system and endocrine system of body works together to perform function, and the combined study of both the system is called neuroendocrinology. क्वेश्चन पूछ लिया व्हाट इज न्यूरोएंडोक्राइनोलॉजी, तो हम क्या कहेंगे, नर्वस सिस्टम एंड chemical system, or we can say endocrine, because endocrine glands secrete some substances that is called chemical, or so we can say the chemical system, or we can say endocrine system. So, and both together called neuroendocrinology. Now we studied about father and some these are the name of scientists. So neuro, just like we can say who is the father of biology, Arastu. Arastu is the father of biology. Who is the father of zoology, Arastu, or we can say Aristotle is the father of zoology. Who is the father of botany, Theophrastus is the father of botany. Who is the father of genetics, you studied also in your 10th and in genetics and genomics, Gregor John Mendel is the father of genetics. Just like Thomas Edison, father of endocrinology. Who is the father of endocrinology? Thomas Edison is the father of endocrinology. But Claude Bernard used first time the word internal secretion, means our body has so many organs, or we can say glands, that can secrete some chemical substances which can prepare us to survive in the environment. So Claude Bernard, यहाँ एक नंबर का क्वेश्चन बनता है कि यूज फर्स्ट टाइम द वर्ड इंटरनल सिक्रेशन। इंटरनल सिक्रेशन वर्ड जो है वो फर्स्ट टाइम किसने यूज किया, क्लाउड बर्नार्ड ने। उसके बाद में फादर ऑफ एंडोक्राइनोलॉजी थॉमस एडिसन। उसके बाद में जो ग्लैंड्स होती है, ठीक है, यहां मैंने लिखा है देखिए टाइप्स ऑफ ग्लैंड्स। एंडोक्राइनोलॉजी में क्या है, ग्लैंड्स है, तो टाइप्स ऑफ ग्लैंड क्या होगी, एक्सोक्राइन, एंडोक्राइन एंड मिक्स। उसका अपन डिटेल में अभी पढ़ेंगे, उससे पहले ये साइंटिस्ट के नाम देख लेते हैं, ठीक है। तो ये जो एंडोक्राइन ग्लैंड होती है इसके सीक्रेशन को अपन कहते हैं हार्मोन, और एक्सोक्राइन ग्लैंड जो होती है उसके सीक्रेशन को अपन कहते हैं एंजाइम, ठीक है। और तीसरी है मिक्स्ड, जो हार्मोन और एंजाइम दोनों का सीक्रेशन करती है, दैट इज मिक्स्ड। सो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल हार्मोन वर्ड किसने दिया, हु गिव द टर्म हार्मोन, सो द राइट आंसर इज स्टर्लिंग, एंड ही आल्सो said about hormone that they are irritant substance or they are stimulating substance. Irritant or stimulating substances are called hormone, or it given by first of all Sterling. Now Bayliss and Sterling discovered first hormone, or we can say first human hormone is discovered by Bayliss and Sterling, and the sorry, the name of first hormone which is secreted or discovered in human, that is secretin, and this secretin hormone is secreted by the mucous membrane of duodenum. We can we studied digestive system, so we can divide digestive systems, or we can say internal structure of duodenum, small intestine, large intestine, so that are divided in serosa, mucosa, submucosa and muscularis. So the mucous membrane of duodenum is secretin hormone, or that is the first hormone which is discovered in human being. Now types of, we are discussing the types of gland and the word hormone. Hormone, what is hormone? Hormone is such type of chemical messenger which is present in our diet and naturally synthesized by endocrine gland. मीन्स हार्मोन जो है वो अपने डाइट में नहीं होता है, और एंडोक्राइन ग्लैंड जो होती है उनके द्वारा ही ये सीक्रेट होता है, और इसके जो मॉलिक्यूल्स होते हैं वो वेरी स्मॉल एंड देयर मॉलिक्यूल वेट इज लेस. दे फ्लो होल बॉडी थ्रू ब्लड. मैक्सिमम हार्मोन्स आर मोस्टली प्रोटीन इन नेचर जस्ट लाइक इन एंजाइम. Maximum hormone are protein in nature just like enzyme, because we studied enzyme. Enzyme are the proteinous substances which can increase the rate of reaction or decrease the activation energy of any reaction, and human or all the living being do so many biochemical reaction. So hormone are the also increasing the biochemical reactions and mainly of protein nature. Some are derivatives of protein like insulin, and thyroxine is whole made up of protein. So we are discussing here hormone, and now first we discuss the gland. और we एक नंबर का प्रश्न यहाँ भी ये भी पूछा जा सकता है कि what is the difference between endocrine and exocrine gland. So we are discussing first of all types of gland. There are three types of gland: exocrine, endocrine and mixed. Mixed gland is that which can do both type of function. Means वो exocrine और endocrine दोनों के फंक्शन करती है. यानी एक्सोक्राइन जो है वो सीक्रेट करती है क्या? एंजाइम. और एंडोक्राइन जो है वो सीक्रेट करती है क्या? हार्मोन. तो अपन कह सकते हैं कि मिक्स्ड ग्लैंड जो है वो हार्मोन भी सीक्रेट करेगी और एंजाइम भी सीक्रेट करेगी. सो वी कैन डिफरेंशिएट बिटवीन एक्सोक्राइन एंड एंडोक्राइन, देन we understand automatically mixed gland. First of all, exocrine glands with ducts. Exocrine glands are glands with duct, and endocrine are called ductless gland. So this is the first difference between exocrine and endocrine. Exocrine glands are glands with duct and endocrine are ductless gland. Then exocrine discharge their secretion into the ducts. They discharge their secretion into the duct, but endocrine discharge their secretion into blood because they haven't ducts, so discharge the secretion directly into the blood. Exocrine gland are present near the site of action. Means they have situated at the near of site where they can secrete their secretion. Just like example, saliva gland. Saliva is secreted in mouth. We can say they can secrete. Next difference, first we study next difference. They can secrete their secretion direct to the site, or डायरेक्ट टू द साइट. यानी जहां ये सिचुएटेड होती है वहीं पे ये क्या करती है? अपने सिक्रेशन को सीक्रेट करती है. सो वी कैन नो अबाउट सलाइवा ग्लैंड. सलाइवा इज सीक्रेटेड इन माउथ, so saliva gland is found in the mouth. So we can say glands present near the site of action. Glands present near the site of action. But if we talk about endocrine glands may be present far away from the site than the action. And last difference between exocrine and endocrine exocrine gland secretion is called enzyme, and endocrine secretion is called hormone. Now example, there are three glands which we have studied in this chapter. So we can take the example ovary, testes and pancreas. These are the example of mixed gland, means they can behave like endocrine as well as exocrine. So the third gland is called mixed gland, and their secretion is also called enzyme and hormone. So these are the example of exocrine and these are the example of endocrine. Particular endocrine gland is hypothalamus, pituitary gland, adrenal gland, thyroid gland, parathyroid gland, and particular example of exocrine is saliva gland, parotid gland, which we can't study here in this chapter. In this chapter we can study only endocrine gland and mixed gland, because ovary, testes and pancreas just behave just like as a endocrine also. So in this chapter we studied only endocrine glands, and that endocrine glands are 10. So we have to study 10 endocrine gland in this chapter, starting from first gland, hypothalamus. The first gland of our endocrine system, hypothalamus. Hypothalamus is a part of forebrain. The chapter which we did not study in our syllabus because the board removed our syllabus. The nervous system. In nervous system we can study. The nervous system is divided into three parts: CNS, PNS and ANS. CNS means central nervous system, PNS means peripheral nervous system, and ANS means autonomous nervous system. Central nervous system, CNS, is divided into two parts, which brain and spinal cord. So this is the brain of human being and this is spinal cord. Two parts. Brain is divided into forebrain, midbrain and hindbrain. Brain is divided into three parts: forebrain, midbrain and hindbrain. And CNS is divided into three parts: brain and spinal cord. So in our brain, forebrain is divided into three parts: thalamus, cerebrum and hypothalamus. So hypothalamus means, hypo means below, so hypothalamus also behaves just like endocrine gland, and it is below the thalamus. You can see the position, it is below the thalamus, and in origin we can say, in origin it is embryonic ectoderm जो part होता है वो क्या करता है, इसका origin करता है किसका, एंडोक्राइन ग्लैंड्स का, और वी कैन से हाइपोथैलेमस का, और वी कैन से माइंड किससे ओरिजिन हुआ है, हाइपोथैलेमस, और माइंड जो है वो किससे ओरिजिन हुए, एक्टोडर्म से. तो ये भी आपको याद रखना है, इसकी ओरिजिन क्या है, एक्टोडर्मल, एंड इट इज बिलो द थैलेमस एंड अबोव दिस इज पिट्यूटरी ग्लैंड. द पोजिशन ऑफ पिट्यूटरी ग्लैंड इज आल्सो इन आवर माइंड. सो हाइपोथैलेमस इज situated above the pituitary gland, or we can say pituitary gland and hypothalamus are connected by the stalk like structure in fundibulum. Hypothalamus और pituitary gland इन फंडिबुलम से एक दूसरे से कनेक्ट रहते हैं. सो These are two glands situated in our mind, and one melanocyte gland is also situated near these two glands, which we discuss later. So sorry, hypothalamus is situated below the thalamus and above the pituitary gland, or we can say hypothalamus is the part of forebrain which forms the floor of cavity of diencephalon or diocele, which are the third ventricle. It has many area of gray matter, because in mind we can say, or in brain, there is two types of liquid is found. First is white matter and second is gray matter. So here gray matter is found. It has so many area of gray matter, which is called hypothalamic nuclei. The gray matter of brain is called hypothalamic nuclei. These areas synthesize special types or hormone, which is called releasing hormone and inhibiting hormone. First they can secrete releasing hormone, and then these releasing hormone stimulate other endocrine gland, and they can secrete their hormone, and after releasing hormone they can also secrete inhibiting hormone. They can prevent the endocrine gland to secrete their hormone. So this gland is called supreme commander. So one मार्क क्वेश्चन यहाँ पे भी एक नंबर का प्रश्न पूछा जा सकता है, सुप्रीम कमांडर किसे कहते हैं, और सुप्रीम कमांडर ऑफ endocrine system, then it is called hypothalamus, and it is also called master of the master gland. Why it is also called master of the master gland? Because you have to know that pituitary gland can control all the endocrine gland and hypothalamus control the pituitary gland. So it is called master of the master. It is a part of forebrain present below the thalamus region and above the pituitary gland. It contains many nuclei masses, gray matter called hypothalamic nuclei scattered in white matter. In the hypothalamus present two nerve centers, N1 and N2, collect information from the part of it and provide. N1 प्रोवाइड पिट्यूटरी ग्लैंड जो होती है उसके दो पार्ट होते हैं, ठीक है, एक एंटीरियर पार्ट और एक पोस्टीरियर पार्ट. तो N1 जो है वो हाइपोथैलेमस से इंफॉर्मेशन कहां ले जाएगा, पिट्यूटरी ग्लैंड के एंटीरियर पार्ट पे, और N2 जो है वो कहां ले जाएगा, पिट्यूटरी ग्लैंड के पोस्टीरियर पार्ट पे. सो इट हैज टू नर्व्स N1 and N2. नाउ पिट्यूटरी ग्लैंड control all the glands, so it is called master gland, and controlling all the glands by the secretion of releasing and inhibiting hormone means hypothalamus secrete 10 types of hormone.